Hey everyone, Chris here, and I'm back with...
Hey, it's me, it's Peter. It's been a long time, but I'm so very excited to talk to you guys, talking to you, Chris, about cars.
Cars, baby, we're back. And today we're gonna talk about the INFINITI QX60 Lux and the Lexus RX350 Premium with upgraded rims.
And the reason why is for INFINITI, the QX60 is the best-selling car. And for Lexus, the RX is the best-selling car.
Makes sense.
And we're gonna try to do our little biased way of trying to edge out the INFINITI over the Lexus brand.
You wanna give them a spoiler?
Sure.
The INFINITI's better.
INFINITI's better.
Let's get into it.
All right, so we are, of course, going to start the comparison with the exterior of the vehicle. This is where everybody sees you at its full glory in style. We've selected the Lux trim, which is our most popular trim. And with the Lux trim, as you know, we get the 20-inch wheels. My opinion of the INFINITI is it looks pretty awesome, just from the stance of the vehicle, from the grille work, the profile. Gives it a nice muscular stance. A lot of our customers have compared our car with the Range Rover, which I think is a very good comparison.
Over to the exterior of the Lexus now. It's got a very interesting grille, interesting body lines, a little sportier, a little more compact, I would say. These 21-inch wheels, while it's an upgrade you have to pay for, they do help the look a lot. But it just doesn't have that same road presence. It doesn't have the luxury, I think, that when you're in the street, when you're on the road, when you're at a parking lot, and you're surrounded by a ton of SUVs, it just doesn't stand out. It just says, I went with Lexus. So what'd you think?
Chris, I do love those 21-inch wheels.
Yeah.
I mean, we're wheel people. But outside of that, I'm not particularly a fan of the grille work. I think it's kind of a love it or hate it type of design on the grille. But I think most importantly is there's a blurred line between this Lexus and the Toyota. And of course, they're made by the same manufacturer. But the last thing you want to do is go to a valet in Hollywood and say, hey, would you like me to park your Toyota, in the front? Oh, I mean, sorry.
You're a Lexus. Spending $60K on a car that you're confused about, that's tough.
Yeah, it's tough, especially here in Tinseltown.
Sitting inside the QX60 now, I'm immediately greeted to like this acoustic experience. They have double pane glass, and it makes a difference for just how my voice feels in here. And that's the start of luxury, right? The first thing they talk about with Rolls-Royce is how quiet it is inside. So let's start with that comparison. You have Bose audio with 17 speakers standard on the Lux. You don't have to pay extra for it anymore. A big panoramic sunroof that allows a lot of light in here, especially with the graphite interior. Wireless charging for your phone. All the buttons are labeled. I don't have to do any kind of like, where in the menu system can I get to my camera? Oh wait, there's a button that says camera. All the materials are soft, heated and cooled seats in the front and heated seats in the rear. Wireless CarPlay, wireless charging for your phone, and of course your digital dash, which makes it feel very modern.
There's a couple of things I really like about the Lexus inside. I like the black headliner. I don't know if that's particularly standard. I do know that on the INFINITI with a particular trim level, you can get the black headliner. I like the big screen. I think that's a W for the Lexus, with the exception that you have to pay for the big screen, which on the INFINITI is all standard. I also do like the steering wheel. I think that's nicely done. The little touch of the wood elements. When you look at the INFINITI interior, I think it does say more luxury. This one says, again, nice contemporary design, but the materials, touch on the materials, the utility of the inside space, a tie for the inside. Love the screen. I don't like the fact that you have to pay more. And the steering wheel, I think, is styled well.
All right, Peter, what did you think?
Once again, pretty good elements in the Lexus, but I have to give the W, just in terms of the points that we talked about, to the INFINITI. I just like, really, the materials, nicely done, genuine leather. I love these little spaces that you have over here. I think that the layout is just gives you more utility out of the space. I don't feel as cramped. The seats, once again, both are really done well with the Lexus and Infiniti. Super comfortable. In terms of the design, they look, in terms, you know, they also mirror in design. So I think those are very nice touches. I'm also a fan of the panoramic roof. I know that on the RX you can't get a panoramic roof.
And that's something I mentioned in here, is the light that it brings inside. I like the acoustics in here better. The screen, while it is 2 inches, a little less than 2 inches smaller, you don't have to pay extra for it. I like how you can just throw your phone in here for the wireless charging. That has like a compartment. You have to kind of slide it. It's plasticky. And I like how everything's labeled in here. Like, I want to see my camera, I press the camera button. That one I think has, like, it says view or something like that with a camera icon. And there's a learning curve in the Lexus, I think more so than this.
100%, 100%. I just love the fact that, hey, you get this trim, you get all of it. You don't really need to get anything much more.
Win for the Infiniti.
Big win. It might be a little unfair, but it's a big W because the Infiniti offers a third row seat. You don't have to use it, fold it down. I like the leg room over here, less cram, but on top of that, you're able to have this flexibility of moving it back and forth. Stadium seating. Really love the touch of the sun shield here in the back. I'm gonna say that this is kind of a big W, not a little W, a pretty big W for the Infiniti QX60.
Sitting in the Lexus now, and for a $60,000 premium luxury SUV, it's a nice place to be, right? Soft leather, perforated seats, heated and cooled as well. The Infiniti, you only get heated, and they bolster you, which is a cool option. But other than that, it just feels very simple and basic. You don't get stadium seating like you do in the Infiniti. I love that idea because I get car sick. It's a great way to prevent it. I don't like the air conditioning vents that are down at my knees. They should be up here. I thought we learned that knee vents don't cool you as well as the ones up here. And without the option of a third row at all, it's kind of like you're paying for something and you're getting less, which I don't like. So I'll give the Infiniti the win on that one too. And did I mention to bring up the second row? There's no handle that you can grab. You have to literally come back here and lock it yourself.
Oh, sorry guys. I took a little nap, sorry. It was very comfortable over here. A huge W for the Infiniti. Just gear up, get on the road, put your stuff in here. You got tons of room. And even if you did use one of the seats for adding one more passenger here, you still have a whole bunch of room over here. I can get back in there. Take a nap on this side. Wake me when you're done. If you have a family, passengers, you can't go wrong.
Sitting in the back of the Lexus now, I'm nowhere near as comfortable as Peter was. I wouldn't be tailgating or setting up shop in the back of this. But you know what? For some people, they don't need a lot of space. They don't go to Home Depot. They don't have a bunch of kids. They don't have a bunch of sports that they play. And this will suffice. And that's perfectly fine. It does have, like I said, decent amount of space back here. It's got these quick buttons to bring down your seats. So you press that, comes down like that. They don't lay flat though. And as you do that, you start losing passenger ability if you do need more space. Now, I will say this, with all of these seats down, you end up with about 46 cubic feet of space back there, right? Now, that means you can only have one passenger. If you bring down your third row on the Infiniti, you have 42 cubic feet of space. So you lose about 4 cubic feet, but you can still have 5 people in your car. So utility-wise, value for price, the Infiniti still wins, I think. And did I mention to bring up the second row? There's no handle that you can grab. You have to literally come back here and lock it yourself.
All right, here we go, Chris. This is where the rubber meets the road.
Very true.
We're gonna belt up. We're gonna see if we can survive.
In the Lexus.
In the Lexus. I kind of like the bigger screen.
It's really nice.
I don't like the fact that you have to pay more for it.
Right.
But I kind of like the bigger screen.
You know, ours is 12.3. This is 14.
Mm-hmm.
So it's only, what, inch and a half?
Right.
But it makes a difference.
Inch and a half makes all the difference? Is that what
Wow,
you're telling
man,
me?
you know, who would have thought? So what I do like about this, too, is that it's got the Smart View rear camera.
Got it.
It's got a vision package on the
Well,
Infiniti.
so I think that's extra, too.
With the heads-up display?
Yeah, so I think that's extra, so it's got a number of little extra things.
Yeah.
I'm first having to figure out how I can get to the menu.
Right.
And so I'm not seeing where it's very, very clear. Whereas on the Infiniti, I mean, there are hard keys that shows you menu and getting into the access over here. So I see that there's a dial here, there's a dial here, it's a volume button, but I'm a little perplexed as to how you know, outside of the touch screen, maybe it's the touch screen?
Yeah, it's on the
it's over
touchscreen.
here on the left side.
On the left side of the
Okay.
touch. Wireless charging here. It's all plastic, which I
Yeah.
don't love throwing my phone in.
Right. Let me see here. I'm going to throw my phone in there.
I like how the Infiniti is literally a nice little padded little area for it. So you can press the cup holder down and press this button and it raises it up depending on your cup size. I also like this. This is like one of those, it opens on both sides.
Okay.
Center consoles.
Yeah.
So now you got to figure out how to put this thing in drive.
Okay. That was not it.
That was not it, no.
Okay.
There you go.
Oh,
But
so
Toyota, Priuses, they've all been using that
I
same
understand.
style.
So over to the left.
and
All
then
right.
down.
Just getting used to starting with the LS. Their whole notion was to disconnect the driver from the experience.
Right.
I don't know if you remember, but one of the very first commercials with the Lexus LS is they had a layer of champagne glasses on the hood, and they started the engine.
Start revving it.
And basically, none of the vibration went over, and it was kind of a demonstration of this, that it was super, super isolated, that you don't really know that you're driving a car.
Now, I will say, I love how smooth this sunroof closes.
Yeah.
Now, you have to deduct a point because it's not
panoramic.
It's not panoramic, it's not electric. You have to manually open and close it.
Yeah.
But it is it's some heroin gliding.
It is true. I mean, it's super smooth.
It's kind of nice to just do that.
Yeah.
What kind of audience do you think, what kind of buyers would be looking for this car? Older generation looking for like a reliable Japanese car that is not too big because they're by themselves kind of thing?
I believe so. I want to say, I mean, and this is just anecdotally, I think they're just trying to target a little bit of a younger audience, but I could see where it does maybe target a little bit more the mature audiences, aka the kind of the softer and spongier ride.
Yeah.
Now, in terms of the technology, I think that they are really targeting, or they're really doing what they can to mirror the current technologies of how everybody's navigating through screens anyways. So, it's a good mixture of that technology. The digital gauges, I'm not, I haven't navigated around or just seeing how the changes on, but it's a pretty simple design.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you can change the layout. I do like where on the Infiniti you can change the layout of the digital dash.
Oh, let's see, radio. Subscribe to listen. Okay, so it's got Apple Music built into it as well, so you don't have to connect your phone.
All right.
But how do okay, sources. Let's go radio.
Okay.
And then
from savage to smooth. This is The Heat.
How was I supposed to know?
So that's definitely their base audio system. You could tell by the clarity right away. It's no Bose.
Right.
And that's, whether people say they listen to music in their cars or not, everyone can hear the difference between a good audio system and an audio system.
100%. 100%.
And it's very apparent right away how the vocals sound, that this is just a basic.
And I really like the way that Infiniti did respond, because they did offer the Bose upgrade on the Luxus, but recognizing that a lot of the customers wanted that upgraded audio feature. They just made it standard.
Standard, dude. We're all driving death machines.
5,000-6,000 pound death machines.
Yeah, and getting a license is pretty easy.
That's true.
So
Much too easy.
yeah, so it's pretty scary, all these people driving out here that probably shouldn't be. So anyways, check both ways on your crosswalks. Now, so 47% of Infiniti sold last year with a QX60, making it number one, like you said. Lexus was at 38% with the RX, still making it the number one.
Number one, right.
Car, yeah. So 38% of the Lexuses on the road last year were this car. Let's put it in sport mode.
Okay.
Give us a little launch on this red light here.
Let's take a look here.
So we're in sport mode.
So I got a little bit, I have a red.
Okay, so it changed on the dash?
Yeah,
Okay.
a red meter letting you know that, hey,
You're in sport
I'm
mode.
ready to roll.
Okay.
All right, so let's see here.
Okay.
Okay, a little chirp.
Little wheels hop there. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
That was
definitely
40?
Yeah, definitely a little bit of a lag launch.
Little turbo lag, huh?
Yeah, a little lag launch.
So overall driving experience, what'd you think?
It was what I was expecting.
Yeah.
It was what I was expecting.
Yeah, same.
It didn't blow my socks off.
Right.
Couple of things that I thought, I didn't like that too much. Like for instance, cross traffic. I thought that was pretty cool in the beginning, but they just got a little, annoying.
Yeah.
And then I like the interface, but once again, I like the fact that the climate controls are separate,
Yeah.
other than the screen. And but yeah, it's nice. It was what I was expecting.
Yeah.
Nothing earth-shattering, nothing mind-blowing.
No.
Yeah.
Seats feel fine. We only drove, 20 minutes?
The seats feel fine. I have to say, and the only way that you can tell is you have to sit in both cars.
Yeah.
I like the seats of the Infiniti better.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. I think that I don't know what they did in terms of the magic of the seats, but
They're
the seats,
softer.
they're super
That's that zero
comfortable.
gravity thing,
Right.
Like, it really
Yeah.
feels that way.
Right. So,
All right, so that's the end of the Lexus drive. Thanks for joining us.
all right.
On to the Infiniti.
On to the Infiniti.
All right.
Here we are.
We're in the Infiniti.
That's right.
Feels like home, doesn't it?
It does feel really like home. A home away from
It
home.
really is.
And this is, I like the QX80,
Yeah.
but I feel much more at home with this Infiniti.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do want to say first and foremost, I'm a fan of genuine leather seats.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of brands, i.e. the Lexus, not only isolated to Lexus, but a lot of the brands, even with Mercedes-Benz and BMW, where they use the faux leather.
Yeah.
Infiniti,
Leather.
across all trims, leather seats.
Yeah. That's what we already talked about, just sitting in here to begin with. The materials, everything you touch is really nice.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah,
I think
feels really good.
The stitching, everything is done really, really well. Love the Bose, again, standard.
It's a must.
Yeah.
So it's quiet, it's smooth, and I already mentioned it too, but this double pane glass, it definitely makes a difference in here.
Yeah.
Like the acoustics feel different. So I love that. Like you said, it has real climate controls in a modern way. It's not push buttons, it's this haptic feedback, which I really love.
I like it.
Yeah,
I
it's
like
cool.
it quite a bit. It looks smooth. It looks contemporary.
Yep. I love the quietness of the turn signal in this car.
Yeah.
It's like the
very
perfect,
subtle.
yeah, it's subtle. Like,
Tick, tick, tick.
yeah. And, when you're on the phone in your car, which a lot of us do, and I hate when people know I'm in the car, right?
Yeah.
Like, obviously I'm driving, but the turn signal in our conversation.
Yeah, so as soon as you make that phone call,
Yeah.
they're like, are you in the car?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the engine, the 4-cylinder that we've moved to over the V6. It's peppy. What are your thoughts on it?
Again, I'm biased to turbo motors. I just like the efficiency of having a smaller motor and being able to provide a lot more power to it.
Just right away, you can hear the clarity. It's really nice.
More speakers. Better
yeah.
mids.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It all makes a difference.
Oh.
So it goes.
Oh, that was nice.
It wants to go.
That was nice.
Yeah.
It feels more planted. There's a little bit more connection to the road.
Yep.
Maybe more connection with the steering. You don't have kind of the nosedive on the braking.
Nope.
So even as a passenger, I'm kind of feeling that.
I agree.
Yeah.
And we really have the perfect car compared to the softness of a Lexus and like the stiffness of like an Audi or BMW.
Right.
Ours is literally the perfect mix of those two.
Super smooth.
It is smooth. Yeah.
But, you don't really need to do anything manual over here.
No.
Opens up halfway with one touch, opens up the rest of the way. Of course, you got the large piece of glass, which, for me, I really
nice.
enjoy it.
Yeah. Let the light come in.
Correct.
Especially when you get a graphite interior.
Right.
Yeah. Just like the Lexus, you have sport mode, you have your paddle shifters, you have your intelligent cruise control system. Yes, this isn't hands-free, but I mean, honestly, how many people even use the intelligent cruise control nowadays?
Yeah, not
many people.
Yeah, still not a very, very popular option.
No. Today, we upgraded someone from a QX50 to a QX60, and as we're driving this, she was kind of leaned back.
Okay.
Hand under the steering
All right.
wheel.
Yeah.
We were listening to like 90s R&B or something. And like this is a really easy way to drive this car though. You can really just kind of relax, one-handed, underhand.
It is a super, super easy car to drive.
Yeah. They're like, oh, that's too big for me. I don't need 3 rows. But in reality, with all the camera systems and the parking sensors and stuff, there's really not much to be concerned about.
And I think, once again, from the inside, as you're driving it, even if you're comparing driving the Lexus, it just doesn't feel bigger from the inside.
No.
And dimensionally speaking, we're maybe talking a few inches.
Yeah, it's really
anyway,
not
so
significant.
Very incremental. Incremental difference is more of kind of a perception or a perception misnomer, thinking, 3 rows. It means like it's suburban size, but it truly is not.
All right, let's give it a little gas.
Yeah,
here.
give it a little boost.
A little turbo lag, but then we go.
Okay, yeah. It's nice.
That was faster than a Lexus.
Yeah.
That was 43.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that was faster than a Lexus.
I think so. When you see one driving, especially for me at nighttime, it just looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's nice.
It's nice.
It's nice.
Doesn't lose traction. Mm-hmm. It just pulls.
And the difference here is, notice that I didn't hear a chirp.
No chirp.
Right?
Yep.
So there's no chirp, which means it's really planting that power down.
Yep. Camera system on this, really good. I think it's on par with the Lexus. The Lexus has a really good 360 camera system.
I think so too. I think we did a very good job of putting the most unbiased opinion.
The most. What do you guys think?
A little biased.
What do you guys think? And that's the video. I mean, after driving them both, after us comparing them, while I'm trying to keep my job, I do think the Infiniti is a lot more value for your money. I think it's easier to use, get a lot more space. I like it.
I hate to say that Lexus did present some very, very strong, compelling things that I really like about it. 21-inch wheels, larger screen. But I got to give it the W over to the Infiniti too. I just think that in terms of the user friendliness of it, the ability to maximize space, same kind of money, I'm more about more for your money. And so I just think the Infiniti, once again, I think they nailed it out.
Takes the win. That's the video. We appreciate you watching. Make sure you comment, let us know below which one you would choose. And like, subscribe, keep this channel going. Peter, any final words for our audience?
Yeah, thanks so much for watching. I hope that we can see you. Come find me if you ever do come. We just want you to be able to see for yourself what the Infiniti is all about. Give it a consideration, and it won't let you down.
Where else do you get the GM of multiple stores go, hey, come in and ask for me?
I like people.
He really does.
I like people.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know, I love people like you. I love people.
He's a people person.
People person.
Also an Infiniti fan.
That's right.
See you guys.